Now to today's verdict in the Myles Stout murder trial. Jurors decided that Stout was not guilty of second-degree murder when he shot Myles Compton in the chest at a party last year. But they did find him guilty on a lesser charge. News Channel 9's John Madewell picks up the story from there. John.
Well, Latricia, the jury found Stout's behavior reckless to Myles Compton and to the other 4 young people in the bedroom that night. But Myles Stout's attorney believes one piece of video brought the less severe conviction. This morning, the jury wanted to see Myles Stout's interview with an investigator again. In that interview, Stout first said Myles Compton shot himself, but then he becomes emotional and admits to shooting Compton, saying over and over it was an accident.
Mr. Stout was able to tell the jury through his statement to Detective Sowder that he didn't know the gun was loaded, that he didn't rack the clip, that he didn't put the clip in. Yeah, it's important.
On that tragic March evening last year, Compton and a buddy were the last to come to Kevin Driscoll's home. 2 guns came out. Stout, Driscoll, and another young man handled the guns in Driscoll's bedroom. His parents weren't home. Compton wanted no part of it and told Stout not to point it at him. All along, Compton's parents never believed this was an accident. They felt Stout loaded the gun, pointed it, and point-blank shot their son. This afternoon, they seemed upset by the verdict and didn't want to comment. But the prosecution had this to say.
It's a tough case. It's hard when the jury has to make determinations about a young man's life. Given the proof in the case, I think the jury's outcome's a reasonable outcome.
We caught up with an alternate juror who sat in on all 6 days.
I felt like the strongest evidence was mostly the witnesses, what they had to say about it, and just putting all of their stories together to make a clear story to what actually happened.
And the jury worked hard. We're satisfied with their verdict.
Now, Stout's attorneys say he is looking at 2 to 4 years for the reckless homicide and reckless endangerment convictions. In contrast, a second-degree murder conviction would have meant 15 to 25 years. He is set for sentencing in the first week of November. Latricia.
John, thank you so much.